Okay, managing the design and appearance of your website header is a fairly important thing to do because this is where your navigation typically resides, figuring out what kind of information we want to have up there and how it will be displayed. So if we go into the back end, we go to Web Design Phoenix Theme and down to the Header tab. And we've got a few tabs here to go through. And we've got our rough preview here as to how the header looks. So our header layout is logo left, menu right, but there are some different options here. So we could do logo center and the menu down below, that sort of thing. This is the typical logo left, menu right. The size is the depth of the menu, the header, I should say. So having it too deep really gobbles up important real estate, in my opinion. So we like to try to keep that slim. Header style. So this is a couple different styles for you to choose from. Title and breadcrumbs. So title and breadcrumbs are these elements right here. So the page title appears over here, and the breadcrumbs shows people where they are on your website. And that is an option that you can engage if you'd like. Typically not necessary for smaller websites. Header behavior. Sticky header, that means that as we scroll, you can see the header sort of stays with us. And shrinking header means that as we scroll, you can see it shrinks a little bit so it doesn't gobble up as much room. The top bar, so this is our secondary menu up here. If we want to unstick that, you see how both of them come with us as we scroll. If we want to unstick that, we can do that, and we could see how that looks. So only the main menu will come along with, and that looks pretty nice there, so we can keep that. And the other one is an option that typically you don't need to bother with, but you can try if you're having issue there. Extra elements. So header social icons. Do we want social icons up here in the header? And if so, where do we want them? Do we want it right in our main header area, or we can put it up in the top bar at the right? So top bar at the right. If we wanted to put it into our main header area, you could see it would be right here, right alongside the other icons. So it would be right there. We could put them up on the left if we want, or we can not display them at all. So it's your call there. Do we want a secondary menu up here? So the secondary menu would be if we wanted a couple links up here to some other pages. And so if we wanted to, we could put it up there at the right or the left, and then we would have to go to our menus area to define that menu. And we could show you how to do that in another video. Now, displaying header, phone number, or extra info, you could put whatever you want up there, just text element. And so we could put it up to the right or the left, and or not have it at all. We've elected to put our phone number up there on the right, and you can see it goes right here. So we've got our phone number, and we've also got social icons up on the right. And transparency options are, there are options to make your header transparent, and in that case you would certainly need to have a PNG with a logo with a transparent background, and so we could upload a second logo here that would just be used for when that transparency option is engaged. And that can be done globally, or that can be done on each individual page. You can define, okay, on our home page we want this transparency option, and you can do that. So you can set your menu options. Obviously things change here depending on what image you've got in the background. So if it's a darker image, you would want to set your font colors to being white or a lighter color, and you would need a transparent logo as well. But if it's a lighter background, then you could set a darker menu color. So that is how we handle our header, and there's a lot of different options, different configurations depending on what you have in mind there. But go ahead and play around with that, and it's a really important part of your website.